Hey, how are you? We're back again, and guess what? Sunlight! So we've been getting less rain, so much more sunlight, and now we're able to start up again after the rains. So we're hoping that you'll come with us on this journey to stay with us, give us some advice, share your thoughts while we basically start back our operations after the rain. This is the only plot that we had. Well, this is the only thing that survived the rain. We had plot 4 with peppers, but that didn't survive. So we'll be starting over for 4 acres that we have to get up and running now as we speak. So that will involve clearing the land in terms of weed control, because they would have been plowed before. So now we just have to try to get rid of the weeds, which is very difficult. Something that we didn't want the weeds to come up after it was plowed, but we didn't have much of a choice. So we'll have to get rid of the weeds on those 4 plots, and then we didn't get a chance to put out the holes either, so we'll have to put out the holes for those 4 plots, and then plastic, and then start up to plant the peppers. So plot 1 is the only place that had some peppers. They didn't get much nutrients, but now we are filling it out with filling out the areas that didn't get any, well, that the peppers had died. So that's what we're trying to do now for plot 1. So we started planting some seedlings already. We have about half of it left to plant. So we have to start shearing these peppers now. They have fruits on them. There are some fruits on them. Very nice fruits too. Big. But we haven't been fertilizing, as you know. And we've noticed also some white flies. Trying to find some to show you. We noticed some white flies here as well. So we need to take care of that. Yeah. You too? Have some white flies.
And slug damage.
Slug and caterpillar. This is caterpillar. Eat all of that tree here. So we'll be taking this plot back up in hand and hoping that we can get it back up in full swing.
The survival rate, you would say, whenever we plant.
The last time we plant?
But not that before the rains, like, generally speaking.
Yeah, speaking about 90%. I don't know. What do you think? You gotta get good survival.
Normally good. Yeah, between 80 and 90. But the factors normally go to survival rate. I would attribute to survival rate.
Feeling. Quality. So sometimes the ceilings are smaller Sometimes you can definitely see that them not so healthy. But then when you're planting in the plastic, you need them to be tall because if they fall under the plastic
Mm-hmm.
or if
Right, so I'm gonna find it.
if them fall under the plastic or if they touch the plastic, like a lot of them on the plastic, the
Mm-hmm.
heat, when the plastic get hot,
Yeah.
you can burn them up. Or them totally under the plastic, then you can burn it.
Just a little disclaimer though. The burning that you're seeing on the plants.
Whatever. Which plants?
No, the seedlings.
Oh,
And me. I'm gonna spray some caprid on them. Okay, the concentration is too high. So
I got me. Because sometimes with these plants that treat it. In the heat,
yeah.
it's a but usually, like no, the plant will be under the plastic. So make sure they're a certain height so they can come up out of the plastic. They're not covered. Because the plastic will burn them up if they're under the plastic. And then also like the seedlings themselves, them healthy or them look wishy-washy or what. And then like if they get in the water also. Like for us, you know, the hose being black usually was a challenge for us. And they tend to block very easily. So we use the irrigation system. So
Plus underground water.
yeah,
You know, calcium.
water heavy. So usually we have to like check on that when we're planting, try to plant it on the ones that actually dripping. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. I'm just watch your plant and I say, remember when you just start plant? It take about 2 weeks to plant out there.
2000, yeah.
And now we can plant this out in a couple hours. Because of a
Just take time.
methodology, you know? Just
Learning.
dig a little hole and shoot the plant in. They're not as fragile as we think they are. So they can manage the shock. So that's one thing.
Yeah, and then some of them too. Like if they are not exposed to the sun at all, if the sun is like really hot and you plant them,
Burn up.
just burn up. Some of them don't survive the burn. Oh, don't kill me.
You see how much pissing on this roll alone?
It's a cause of the rain there.
Yeah.
Because most time when the plant do not really fill out again.
No.
They usually survive, but
You plant like a pro, man.
you just broke that.
We take back that.
Sometimes I put 2 in it. Like it's like cushy washy. Improve the chance of having a plant.
No, but the things that you alone I reckon
Yeah,
because
I work as usual.
I me dig the hole them. Yeah, plant, you know.
Yeah, dig the hole with my fingernail.
Anyways. The other thing though, I realize it's very difficult to find the hole under the plastic. So that's they call it a con of using the plastic.
Plastic in before you plant.
Plastic in before you plant.
Usually we plant before plastic.
Yeah.
Is that like the first time? First time I plastic before plant?
Yeah, this is the first time.
But usually it's not by choice that we do that.
Well, I've run out of time.
Expediency. They get the plants and the land is not prepped. So you just usually have to make it work. But it's easier to put it on, not easier to find the holes. Like, because it's difficult to find the holes and I can't see them. Okay, go slow at it. But I guess everything have its pros and cons. Like this now, I don't dash my wishy-washy seedlings. I put it with on good ones. Some people throw them in. I'll go for one next year.
So another frequently asked question is how many plants to the acre? And based on this configuration, that means 2 feet in between each plant and then 3 feet across each bank. So 3 feet across the between the banks, yes. You can get approximately 4,000 to 5,000. Just about 4,500 plants to the acre. This half acre, I think we have about 2,500 on it. So we can reap half the potential yield. We can potentially reap half the yield of 1 acre.
How do you like what?
Oh.
How do you like what?
1 acre.
So if it's half acre, I must have to yield 1 acre.
It's not novel.
No. That's known. That's given. If you want something,
Yeah.
and you only use half of it. So if we're planting half acre, everybody, we're going to get the yield of half of 1 acre.
So now that we just say?
Yeah, but we never need to say that. That is a given.
Not necessarily.
It is.
Because sometimes things extrapolate, they call it proportionally, you know.
That normal, like that is a given.
No.
That is a given.
Because you just assume.
But if you're doing 1.5 acre, you're not expecting you to get a yield of half of 1 acre?
Well, you should expect.
Well, you need to say that. That's a given.
Alright, that's a given. Nah, I agree.
So the ones that we plant the other day, them still up, so that look good.
Yeah. So, I think the fertilizer concentration may affect these new plants. What's your concern about that? If at all any?
Generally, I'm going to use it I want.
Okay. So you can over fertilize a plant?
there is the concept, but I think that is harder to do because it must be like some extreme case.
Oh,
That's what I think. Remember when we did just start with this? And people are saying, what the plants don't look so musty? Well, research. Is it over fertilizer, under fertilizer?
yeah.
Yeah, see.
Must be over fertilized.
Fertilizer too tiny. But you learn.
You barely buy 2 bags of fertilizer.
Yeah.
And things say,
Over fertilizer.
things say we're over fertilized. But
Yeah.
then,
No, you know.
are we now over fertilizing?
The fertilization now is based on what is in the soil, eh?
Oh,
You see my nails coming handy now?
that matter.
Can I see part of the plastic?
Yeah. And people think that your nails, you're just here to watch. Or it's staged. You're actually planting.
Really? I don't adjust that.
You know, address it. Why?
I think that someone adjust.
Why not?
Somebody tell me if my nails are not.
Oh,
I know they're not the hindrance.
more of a benefit. Yeah. You have to turn off the water for real. The whole place have it up. Yeah, so in farming, when I grew up, the farmers they used to pray for rain every day.
Because what we need to understand then is that the different type of dependency on rainfall. So for persons who are rain-fed farming, that means they are more dependent on the rain. So they don't have the option of irrigation. So their farming, planting and harvesting and all of that is dependent on the wet and dry season. But since we have this option here of irrigation, we're not as dependent on the rainfall.
Okay.
So plus having too much of anything at all, because even rain-fed farmers now would have been impacted by this extended rainfall season. Because even though you're rain-fed and even though you don't have the rain in the rainy season, you still need time to tend to your plants and fertilize and all of these things. Where if there's constant rain, you can't do none of them.
So another factor we have to consider, survival rate in the tree. Because a lot of plants died.
It's quite well, 50%.
That's a lot of factors come into play before you get it in the ground. Yeah? Because when you train the seeds, you have to talk about germination rate, and then after germination rate, when they start growing out, you have survival rate at that stage. And then after them start growing, then you plant them.
Even before you plant them, you still have pests and disease that attack them.
Yeah.
In the tree.
And then when you do plant, you have insects and other factors that you have to consider. So overall, from seeds to plants, seedlings in the ground, I would say 50%.
What?
We need to consider everything from germination rate.
So if you want 10,000 seedlings, you plant 20,000
Yeah, if you want 10,000 seedlings
in the ground,
surviving, you have to plant, you have to tray at least 20,000 seeds. No man, because let's say germination rate is low, like 80%. Because even though some, some seeds might boast a 90% germination rate, but when you do plant it, it's way less than that. So you get 80% less. You lose 20%, you know, and then over the 6 weeks period, you probably lose the next 10%. 60%.
We want to put some more peppers here. Shellon is calling it plot 5. So it was already plowed, but because of the rains, it's all grown up again, so we have to be clearing it again. So we've done some spraying, then we're going to cut it out, the sections that are necessary with the weed whacker, and then plastic and put on the hose. We want to put some peppers here again because that plot that's next door, that we just we still have some peppers at that they survived the rain, and also they weren't getting much nutrients or any care, and they are still producing and they still look good. So we think that this section of land is good for peppers. Also, that's where we did the first ever set of peppers that we had, and they actually did well because we didn't know much about peppers then. We didn't have any nutrient program or pest management program, disease management. We didn't have anything like that. So, and they did very well. Actually produced 300 to 400 pounds per week, and it was less than an acre that was done there.
Less than half acre.
Right, so they did well. Considering. So we want to try some peppers here on this side as well. Also, it seems as if this, when compared to the other plot of land that we have that has plots 2, 3, and 4 on it, well, plot 3 and 4 in particular, it's gently sloped. So we believe that it might be affected by leaching of the nutrients when it rains because of the slope of the land. So that land, if you recall, when we did the soil test, it didn't have much in it, or didn't have anything in it almost in terms of nutrients. So this section here, we haven't done the test yet, the new test, but it's flat, so the leaching should not be that big of a problem for this plant. So thank you guys for joining us, for being on the farm with us, and remember to like, subscribe, share, give us your feedback and comments, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.